Hey, what is going on, my YouTube family? Thank you for chiming in with me today. So let's jump right into it. Today's question is a two-parter. The first question is, should I quit my full-time job to become a real estate agent full-time? And the second question is, can I do real estate as a part-time agent if I want to keep my job? All right, so I'm going to help answer both of those questions. The first question, should you quit your full-time job to become a full-time real estate agent? The answer really resides on you. There is no yes or no answer to that question because you have to really decide on what's best for you, right? So if you have a full-time job and you have a desire to go to real estate, the biggest thing you want to ask is, what is your motive? What is your goal? Why are you wanting to quit your full-time job to become a full-time realtor? A common answer from a lot of people is, I want to make more money. I'm tired of working for somebody else. I don't want to make anyone else rich. Okay, that sounds good on the surface, but the reality is, basically what you're saying is, I'm going to leave a structured job that has consistent pay, even though it's the pay that I don't like, even though they're working me more hours in a week than I desire. I'm going to leave that to go generate my own wealth and be my own boss and hold myself accountable. And to transition from that mindset can be very, very challenging if you've never been an entrepreneur before. Okay, so while it's certainly obtainable, there are agents that do it. You also have to understand your genetic makeup and your own mindset. And you don't want to make the mistake of leaving that full-time job to go pursue something that you've never done before, and then you turn around and regret leaving your job, and now you're struggling to make ends meet. That's not ideal. So while you can go out there and hustle, you can go get it, and you can make it work, because there are some real estate agents who have done that. They've made it work, but that's not the exception for everybody, okay? And I guarantee you, anybody who's done that, who's took a leap of faith and left their full-time job to transition into the real estate world, they had a lot of sleepless nights. They put a lot of hours in, and I guarantee you there was a lot of struggles. For those who preserved and made it work, kudos to them. For those that didn't make it work, it's a life lesson learned, and I guarantee you they would try a different way once they got into the business and learn more about it. So I'm not telling you not to try it. I'm not telling you to do it. What I am saying is, you have to analyze your goals beyond just about making money and potential income. Yes, real estate is a great opportunity to make a lot of income. Yes, it can pay more than your job, but it is also inconsistent and it's unstable often, especially when you're first starting. That's just a real answer to you. So until you get that formula that works for you, okay, it's going to be a real challenge to make that consistent income, because you can have some seasons where you don't get anybody who wants to buy, sell, or invest in a home, and then it's going to be a challenge to make ends meet. Second question, can you do real estate as a part-time agent? So for those people that are saying, hey, well, I don't want to quit my full-time job, I hear where you're coming from, I would like to keep my job and finance my dream until I become full-time in real estate. If that's what you want to do, hey, more power to you. You can do that too. There are a lot of people who will tell you being a part-time agent is a disadvantage. It's hard to do. Some people are not going to want to give you business because they feel like your priority is not based around their needs because you're working full-time. Listen, the reality is real estate is a relationship business, okay? I myself can work a full-time job, and I myself can do real estate on the side. And I'm going to tell you why. It's simple. Most of the clients that you deal with have full-time jobs. So by the time they're off work, by the time you and them are both off work, you're able to cater to them after work hours, because most people can't see homes during work hours. They have to work a job, correct? So if you have a client, that's what it comes down to you as a realtor, having to base your business on the type of market that caters to your schedule and your lifestyle. So if you're a full-time employer, working as a full-time employee, that's okay. Schedule your appointments after work, and you do what you got to do. You deal with clients who have full-time jobs. If a client doesn't have a full-time job and they're a work-from-home client and you can attend to them, then you can work with your team and then refer them over to an agent who can cater to them. But for the most part, I would say majority of the people have full-time jobs, and they're not going to be able to just see homes any time of the day. They're going to have to wait till after work on the weekends if most of their time is off on weekends or whatever their days off are. So to answer your question, can you do it part-time? Absolutely, yes, you can. With the right training, with the right culture, the right team, yes, you can. Can you quit your full-time job and be successful in real estate full-time? Yes, you can. But will the struggle to finance your dream be a factor? That has to depend on you. I can't tell you what your success will be, and no real estate brokerage can do that either. All we can do is give you the tools, the proper training, and the culture to succeed. It is on you from there. Remember, real estate is a self-generated business. Nobody's going to come out and make you successful. They can give you help. They can give you tools. They might be able to help give you leads and some business. But the reality is you are the one that's going to have to close that deal at the end of the day. only you, okay? Now, if you partner with somebody and you work with the team, yes, there are exceptions to the rules. Some people have realtors that they do deals together, but then you have to split that cost. So if you do something like that, hey, you can figure that out. But for the most part, most agents are going to be doing deals on their own, and they work with the team, or they're an independent agent. They're going to be doing deals on their own at the end of the day. And if that's how you roll, if you have a transaction coordinator, however you want to do it, just make sure whatever you do, it works for you. So here's what I will say to answer the first question especially. If you're going to quit your job, make sure that you have some reserves in advance in case you have a slow season, okay? It's like renting out to somebody. You don't want to put all your money into an investment property and then you don't have an occupant or a tenant to rent out to, you know what I mean? Then you'll lose money. So you got to make sure you have reserves, savings to make sure you finance the down seasons. Same thing when you're jumping in from full-time job to real estate full-time. Make sure you have some reserves so that way if you have a slow season, you don't get behind on your bills as much, and then you can spend more time to make that real estate vision work for you. However, if you jump out there, you got that cliche saying, scared people don't make money. All that sounds good on the surface, but the reality is smart people can make money, okay? You make smart decisions, especially if you have a family, if you have children. Don't let anybody out there tell you jump into it full time, because some of them might not have children. Some of them might have the luxury of doing that. When you have kids that depend on you, or you're married or something and you have a spouse to depend on you, you got to be smart with your decisions. And remember, Rome was not built in a day, okay? You can eventually quit your job. You just don't have to do it today. If you do real estate on the side, it's probably more advantageous for a lot of people coming from a corporate mindset, unless you're one of those go-get-it people. You got somebody in the business who they can just really give you like leads and put you on, then do what you got to do. But most people don't have that. So if they can't help you get leads, if they can't help you get that type of business, it will be probably safer to have your full-time job while you're managing real estate on the side until you build your real estate career up to where you probably can be independent of your job if you like. That's your choice. So that's my advice to you. I work with real estate agents that have quit their job, jumped into it full time, and have done great things. I've also seen a lot of real estate agents jump into it full time and found out the hard way it wasn't for them. So when I see realtors keep their job and they manage it on the side, they seem to have they have less pressure to succeed because they have a full-time job to finance their dreams. So let's not minimize a full-time job. Although it's something that we might not like as entrepreneurs, we have to be honest, it is something that helps finance our dreams until we get to where we're going. So keep that in mind if you're seeking to become a realtor. And make sure, the biggest thing, guys, make sure that whatever brokerage you join has a plan set for you that caters to you and your lifestyle to help you make success happen. And also, you have to be willing to put in that work. You got to have those two, okay? If you got those two things going for you, then real estate will be successful for you. Whether it's whatever your goals are, it'll be successful for you, okay? So that's what I want to get to you. Hope I helped answer your questions. And make sure you hit that subscribe and hit that like. I'm over and out. I'm Mike with eXp Realty, based in downtown Orlando, Florida. And much love. Take care.